This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Glad to have you with us from Aggie Memorial Stadium in Las Cruces, New Mexico, home to the Aggies of New Mexico State. As we'll see, the Judicials taking on a team from Conference USA, the New Mexico State Aggies. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Judicials will get this season underway as toe meets leather. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. So the New Mexico State Aggies offense will go to work first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, Dave?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. On the option. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up of 3. It's 3rd and 7. Guys, let's chat about New Mexico State. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
And you hear it all off season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and then they'll get themselves into those rankings.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Aggies are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Now on the option. Oh, a lot of space. There he goes. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Here we go. With the run on 1st and goal. He's going for the goal line. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggies. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. A 70-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Judicials offense will take the field for the first time. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more.
Oh, he's got some space. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the 30. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. That gives him 54 yards rushing. What a way to get this season started. Motion from the back. To give to the big fullback. Tried to fight his way forward, but he didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
The Judicials now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. On the run, it's O'Neal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Reeled in inside his 30-yard line, and here he comes. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
He'll try to tack on one more. Oh, he missed it. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Maybe a little more urgency as they start this drive down 13-3. Sends it back in motion. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up. And they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He'll ride his man on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. He tried to make something out of nothing, but there was really nothing he could do on that play.
And I hope offensively that's not going to make them quit on this option play. That's a scheme that really puts the defense in a bind. If I were them, I wouldn't let that play stop them from trying to run it later in this game.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Judicials will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. They barely get the punt out of their own territory. It'll be marked down just outside the 45. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer,
right down the gut of the field. Defense has it. They're on the move. Touchdown, Judicials. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
What a nice job by the defense. Not only getting the football out, the awareness to scoop it up. I got space, get up the field, a little caravan to the end zone, making the big play. And this offense in game one, man, not only do you give up the turnover, you give up a touchdown, and you haven't scored that many points. They got to get it together.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Off to more than a solid start here, operating with a 13-10 lead. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. On the option. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, it's picked off. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT. What an athlete.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. On the move, he fires. Can't hang on, it's incomplete, and you can't worry about the footsteps when you're running those crossing routes. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And that is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. On the option. Quick spin on the run. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the 1st down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
That boy fast. Goodness gracious. When he pulls the ball down, he can go chew up yards so quick, just like a running back. Man, the speed is evident on that QB.
And you know, everybody likes to call him dual threat. I'd say just plain old threat. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Bounced right back to them.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
That's the end of the quarter. New Mexico State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. slits in throats when that ball was on the ground. The offense recovered its own fumble. Motion from the wide receiver. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
And the Aggies are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
How about that job after the catch on a critical 3rd down? He's able to make people miss. He's able to use his speed. Ball was thrown out in front of him so he could advance it, and all of a sudden, this offense set up 1st and goal.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game. And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, New Mexico State.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and no good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. FIU handled its business today, and given what this week was like in Miami, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final score. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. A designed run for the quarterback. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolute.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the 2nd play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open. That
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Judicials need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He'll take a shot. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Brought it back to the 6-yard line after making the interception.
3rd and Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that 1st down, makes the big mistake.
Not much room to run. Give him 1 to the 7.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And it'll come to rest just inside the 50-yard line. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Defense is about firing off, getting the offensive guys and staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Under fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Judicials line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A low line drive and short kick. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all. They had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He might want another play. He'll start this drive going to the air. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
The option look. Now the toss. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quick strike complete. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this team,
strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. A 1st down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. He'll pull it on the read. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a 1st down.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the 1st down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a 1st down in the red zone at the 11.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
The screen, he's got wheels. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
we're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to the toss. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers. And regroup here at halftime.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Going right to work up top. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Judicials can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Finds his man. It's O'Neal. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking downfield on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like it's been a terrific scene there today in Las Cruces. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances. Get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Aggie Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. New Mexico State will kick it away to open this third quarter. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
This offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep them clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
A run for the quarterback. As they say, touchdown, first down, or get down. He gets down.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tight.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. The last time they had it, a thing of beauty. Did whatever they want, run, pass, and wound up in the end zone. Great place to start for this offense. Here comes the option. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
Goes to the option. The pitch. Wide open spaces. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free and he was off to the races.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
New Mexico State has it 1st and goal. Gets the back moving. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to bully their way in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Aggies are in the hurry-up. Touchdown, New Mexico State. And the stomping has commenced.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. San Jose State took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Spartans that fired on all cylinders. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Looking for room. It's O'Neal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
After your defense just went out there and gave them a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Still on his feet at the 35. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense. And the Judicials, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. On the option. Powers through the defender.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Creates a little room. There he goes. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Judicials. And gets him 6 points.
After that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Callaway. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Quarterback on the move, still looking. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be brought down. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. This is a real chance to sort of settle things down, maybe generate a little momentum if you can put together a touchdown drive here. He's running free down the middle. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Judicials. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Number 7. I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
All the makings of a great return. It's snagged just inside the 35. New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's Fry. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands. It's Stanley.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And the Aggies have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Wide receiver going in motion. Look out, he's got room. Turning on the Jets. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. New Mexico State to the line after picking up the first down. Now on the option. He'll toss it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Caught over the middle. It's Harris. Tackle is made after the catch, but it'll set up first and goal from the 7. New Mexico State has it first and goal. Touchdown Aggies! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
He's into the end zone for the 2, and the lead is now at 16. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. He'll ride his man on the option. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
That's it for this period. New Mexico State has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll send the back in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's York. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the option. Now the pitch. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
On the option, he's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Judicials will punt this one away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. So the first play of the drive starting here from the 45. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
To the air on second down. Under fire. He's going to run it. Makes his man miss. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
He rifles one deep down the right side. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. Man, could they have used that? It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. Third and long coming up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
The Aggies line it up with a first and goal.
42 spike.
They're going to run it. Touchdown, New Mexico State. And the beatdown has ensued.
Yeah, and the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
And he missed it again. I guess the good news is the offense keeps giving him chances. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how he...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Now, I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
And the Judicials with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
He was able to come down with the pass, but not in bounds, so it'll be a turnover on downs. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They'll run the option. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And it's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go with it.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. Just can't hook up for the completion.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. A shot toward the end zone, and he's got it! Touchdown, Aggie!
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. UTSA looked less like a pack of road runners and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in San Antonio, and today they found a way outside of the Alamo Dome. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the fullback. Running to Green. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
That is how you play defense. You drop back, you let him catch the football, you go attack, you don't let him break tackles. Really nice execution by the defense.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this. And this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
First down for this offense. And they'll take a knee. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into